Welcome to Get Moving TV. I'm Dr. Chris Landon and I serve as your host. We've tried to really improve healthy eating, active living here in Ventura County. We have grants from the Center for Disease Control, from Kaiser. We've altered our food architecture in our cafeteria. So when you walk into our cafeteria now, you don't see Blue Bunny ice cream, you don't see sodas and muffins and so forth. And I'm a pretty friendly guy. It took a bit to change how our cafeteria looked. And Fernando is there and he goes, Dr. Landon, we're doing some other things too. It's not just all about just the eating part. Active living is just as important. And one of the things that he was so proud of is his involvement in the boxing community in Oxnard. And with me today is Haas from KnuckleHeadz. Haas, welcome to Get Moving TV.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, are you a native here of Ventura County?
I've lived in Ventura since 1976. I've been out here most of my life. I was gone for a little while, joined the military. But other than that, I've been Ventura or Oxnard resident for the majority of my life.
Well, so knucklehead boxing, pretty important to you. When did you get involved with boxing?
I started boxing when I was 8 and got out of it competitively when I was 25.
Well, that's really what we're looking for, is for people to enjoy exercise, to enjoy walking in the hills, walk the dog, bicycle. So boxing is it's a sweet science. How did you go about transferring what you'd learned? And who was your mentors earlier?
I trained with a gentleman that's been a resident in Ventura for a long time, Joe Rodriguez. He was my coach locally. I also boxed when I was in the service. And then I had numerous coaches after that, but all of them had played a big part in my life. So I tried to put everything that they had taught me to use, all the good stuff that is, and put it to use in my own little training philosophy.
So what is your training philosophy?
I think as far as boxing goes, it's for everybody. And people don't realize that. Not everybody's going to compete, not everybody's going to be a boxer, but you're going to find very few people that come into a gym, especially like KnuckleHeadz, and try it for fitness, for confidence, for weight loss, any of that don't really fall in love with it. And at the gym, we're kind of a family. So my philosophy as a coach has always been, most kids that come through the program, and even adults, are never going to compete. But if I can make everybody's life a little bit better and help them to see the stuff that boxing can do for them, and just being part of something positive can do for them, I've done my job. I've left my mark.
Well, what gym did you start out in?
I started boxing with the Ventura Gold Coast Boxing Club, and we trained out of a garage. After that, I joined the service, boxed in the Army when I was in the Army. When I got out, I floated around. I ended up in Westminster, California with a gentleman named Jesse Reed. And I trained down there, and then from there I started training kids in my garage when I stopped fighting. So,
well, we worked really hard, particularly in La Colonia, to try and get people up and out. And Ventura Avenue, we're really concentrating on there, trying to get some alternatives going on where we can walk the streets safely and people feel like they can walk. Where's your gym now?
We're located in Ventura on Knoll Drive. We're right over by the cemetery in Ventura, across the freeway from the Coke plant. But what's unique about our gym, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. Most gyms are very area-based or community-based. People from that area go to that gym. We have kids from Santa Barbara, Ojai, Westlake, Oxnard, Ventura, Camarillo, Fillmore, Santa Paula, that come to train with us because our program's a little bit different than most other programs.
Well, how's your program different?
We've been lucky or successful enough to have a lot of the most prominent professional athletes in the area train at our gym, so that we've been able to make our children's program free to anybody under 18. They come in, they work out, they get the knowledge of the trainers that are working with a lot of these professional athletes and that have a encyclopedia of boxing knowledge. They get to train with people like Fernando, like myself, free of charge, no matter what their financial situation may be. So it's a little different than most gyms where kids are going to be paying a membership to go train.
I know you have a website and a place to donate to help support this. But a lot of what, you know, it's got to be a healthy body, but a healthy mind there too. How do you help keep kids in school? I guess that's the big thing we always worry about.
What we do is we kind of use the reward basis. If kids aren't doing good in school, then they need to spend a little bit more time on their schoolwork and get their grades up before they can come in and train. So monthly progress reports, keep the kids on track. We have some high school students that come in and volunteer their time to tutor and help the kids get themselves back on track, because you're only in the gym for an hour and a half a day. We've got to make productive citizens outside of the gym.
Well, I know boxing's just for men only, so.
Not quite. Women, girls, we have quite a few girls in the program that compete. We have several women that train out of the gym that are actually professional fighters, and we have a multitude of school teachers and housewives and secretaries and managers and everything else of both sexes that train at the gym. So not just for the male population. Well,
it sounds like you're really getting what you want to get done in life.
I think we're all here for a certain period of time, and once we're gone, what we leave behind describes what we did while we were here. So if we just live for the moment while we're here and we're not worried about anybody else around us, or making a kid's life a little bit better, or giving them a safe place where they can come, you know, it would be great if the streets were completely safe and people could walk around, but that's not the case in a lot of areas. So when they come in the gym, they have a safe area. Kids from all over come together, and they also realize that just because I live on the Avenue and you live in Colonia, we're not different at all. We're very much alike, and we both want the same things in life. And hopefully through their boxing, they get to travel. Some of the kids just came back from Kansas City, Missouri. When I fought in Turkey, I fought in Europe, I fought in Mexico. I know guys that travel to Brazil, Fiji, you know, a lot of different places, and some kids don't ever think that they'll ever go to those places. So if we give them a chance to get there, they realize that there's other things in life than what they're living on a day-to-day basis.
Well, I remember when the Power Rangers first came on TV, I think every living room in America was destroyed, every lamp knocked over, and a lot of the kids I work with in my clinic are, you know, they're bullied at school, and they can be very angry. They can be hitting their sisters or brothers, or so are you guys working on bullying at all? Because that's a powerful thing you're teaching them.
Yeah, and it's a big problem too. So I think one of the things, you know, we really push the anti-bullying thing. That's why some of the kids that compete and some of the kids that don't compete realize that they're a lot alike. Just because I go to St. Louis, Missouri and compete, and you're still here in the gym just training, trying to lose weight and be a little healthier so you can do better in PE at school, we're still both kids and we're doing the same thing. So we encourage kids to interact with people outside their circle. And a lot of times when kids at school know that you're a boxer and you just came back from a national competition, even though you look like a kid that could be on a Gerber baby commercial, you're a tough guy and guys are gonna look up to you. So if you act nice and you treat other people with respect and you treat people that you don't hang around with inside your circle with compassion, then other people will tend to do the same thing.
Well, Haas, you're doing the right thing.
Trying. So
we're going to be right back, and maybe with a little surprise as to who's boxing around here. See you in a minute. We're here with some other members of the gym. I guess they're here. They must be carrying Haas's belts there because, you know, obviously he's the champion. So, what are you doing here? Who are you?
My name is Crystal Morales. I'm a professional fighter at a KnuckleHeadz boxing gym.
Okay, Crystal. Well, so you don't just make the coffee there and babysit the little children there.
No, I don't.
Well, tell me about your life. So, how did you get involved with the gym?
Well, I've been boxing for a long time, since I was like about 15 years old. So I started competing. I went to compete various places. I competed in the Olympics in Mexico for a couple of months. Did great over there. So did everything I could. So I, you know, pursued the as a professional, had a baby, and after that, then had the great honor to meet Coach Haas and was able to train there for free and get back in the gym and doing what I love to do.
So you're a single mom who's a professional boxer?
Yes, I am.
Could that possibly belong to you, the little belt around your?
Yes, these are the belts that we win for as an amateur when we fight amateur.
So tell me a little bit about what that represents.
These are the type of belts that you get when you fight amateur and you win competitions, like state, nationals, the blue and gold, and stuff like that, tournaments.
Mm-hmm. So what do you get out of the gym then? So it's a good way to lose weight, or?
I love boxing. I love competing. That's one thing I love to do. I love to compete. I've been in the sport for a long time, and I love just going in there, and it feels great, especially when you go into a gym and everyone around you loves what they're doing, and it just motivates you even more just to even, do what you love to do and train even harder and take it to the next level.
So it's your family.
Yes, we're a family, big family.
Well, it's a wonderful thing that's going on there, and so they must be carrying the belts for Coach Haas too. Is that?
No, these are their belts. They earned them.
Who are these guys, and how'd they win their belts?
Well, this is Anthony Rivera, and he's one of the kids that trains there with us, and he's actually been to very numerous places also. And this is Steve Rivera, and this is Brenda Hernandez. Actually, Steve just came back from Kansas and competed over there.
Oh my goodness, all those corn-fed youngsters. And
he did a great job. He did really good.
Well, that's a wonderful thing. So where do you see yourself taking this? So you're I don't know how old you are, so you're 19 forever, but I know Coach Haas at one point gave this up, or do you see yourself coaching, or?
I want to take it as far as it can take me. I want to become a world champion. I think it's every boxer's dream to have that green belt around you, become a world champion. So take it step by step, and whatever lays on the path for me. So I'm just taking it day by day.
And so what are the challenges for a woman in boxing then?
It's a little tougher for women, especially a single mom, because I wake up every morning, go to work, and after work I go home with my child and get ready and come to the gym. It's a little, I think it's a little harder for women, but like I said, I love what I do and I can't complain. I love going in there and just competing. It feels great.
And what kind of things, I was talking with Coach Haas, just other things that you learn about in life too. It's not just about moves, it's a thinking kind of science, trying to think out your opponent. So what other kinds of things, how have you brought that, whatever you learned there, back into your life?
It's how to understand other people, and just to go in there and be able to learn, if you throw a punch, what comes towards you, how to figure your opponent out. I mean, there's a lot of things you learn in the gym. And especially with all the different styles that are in there, it's not just one type of style, it's a lot of different styles, and you get to learn from each and every one of them.
Wow, what a bunch of great kids, a single mom who's a boxer. Ventura, we're going to be right back, but it's time for you to get moving.